My name's Melanie, and I don't actually live in Kitchener either, but I do live beside Waterloo Park, which is the point. There's almost always somebody on the bench, and sun, rain, snow, freezing cold, boiling heat, doesn't matter. There's almost always someone on the bench. And the best is when it's really foggy out, because then there's this whole film noir aspect of who is that and what kind of adventure are they about to have? When there's more than one person on the bench, in a way it's more dramatic, but sometimes less dramatic, because when there's two people, it kind of limits the type of stories that could be going on. If there's a whole bunch of people near the bench, every single time it is absolutely guaranteed a marriage proposal. I know this because I walk my dog past and whisper my little mazel tov to all these strangers, and they keep looking younger and younger every time I see them. And I make up stories, as I mentioned, because every time I come home, I have about a 4-second window between the time that I drive in to my driveway and go down into the parking garage when I see these people on the bench. So I have a few seconds. And so I make up something for them, whether it's a breakup, a death, a new job, pondering just the meaning of the universe. Because the bench is right beside water. And water is important because it draws everybody. And whether you need to think something through, or get over something, or get started on something, the bench is there for you. And it's there for me too. Because every time I come home, I get to collect, I get to curate, and I get to keep all these stories.
Hi everyone, my name is Donna, with an H. Okay, here we go. Let me tell you about the time I fell in love with a nerd. He was 5'10", athletic build, Asian with black rimmed thick glasses and anime hair. If you know Naruto, then you know who I'm talking about. I noticed him the first day of nursing school. He stood out. It was his humor and enthusiasm that captured my attention, or maybe his ADHD. He was not shy. Within a week of classes together, he asked me to hang out. It was difficult to say no. After classes, we stayed in the lecture rooms where we watched movies, Japanese movies. We even spent hours in the library while he played League of Legends. 8 years later, we still watch the same type of movies at my apartment while he tries to reach platinum level on that same game. By the end of this year, we plan to go to Australia, where a new story begins. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jessica. When they told me my mother had cancer, I stopped being able to speak. I responded to each following sentence with a nod so they would know I understood. In a way, I understood. I spent days feeling nothing. Every once in a while, I would remember she's my only family and cry. I've burned every bridge I've ever crossed. I tried many times to remove her from my life, sometimes by force, but she stuck with me, and now I began to appreciate how lucky I was. I never cared about death, never cried when anyone died. I never lost anyone important, no one I needed, no one I'd ever, never been without.